everyone, today's video is going to be recreating a McDonald's Big Mac but veganizing it. I actually filmed this video, I want to say maybe 2 months ago, but never got around to editing it, and now that I have got around to editing it, I realised I didn't film an intro or an outro. So popping on here just to kind of give that disclaimer. McDonald's is now open, I think, in most places for drive-through. Hallelujah. Not that you can get a vegan Big Mac there anyway, so hopefully this video will be helpful regardless if you are vegan and you are interested in trying potentially what a McDonald's Big Mac tastes like. I think I mentioned this in the video, but I've not ever had one myself. I'm pretty sure I was vegetarian from like 4 years old, and I have a feeling that I wouldn't have had one before then, so I have no clue if what I created tastes like a Big Mac. But spoiler alert, it did taste pretty good, so that is what today's video is going to be. So I'm thinking I'm going to start with the Big Mac sauce, so then it can be chilling in the fridge. So for that I'm going to make some mayonnaise. I'm pretty sure the Big Mac sauce is just mayo mixed with a bunch of other things. I will look up a proper recipe when I go to make it, but for now I need some vegan mayo because I don't have any in, so I'm going to make some using these ingredients. I will link the recipe down below because it is my favourite vegan mayo recipe ever. Super easy, it's super cheap, and I think I'm just going to make a big batch and just use some of it for the Big Mac sauce, and then it means I have mayo in as well. So yeah, this is going to be my first step. I've probably made this vegan mayo recipe like 20 times maybe, and each time I'm still surprised at quite how easy it is to make. Like, that probably took me maybe 90 seconds and is significantly cheaper than any mayo you can buy in the supermarket. So if you haven't tried making your own vegan mayo at home, I definitely recommend it. I've now got out all of the ingredients to make the Big Mac sauce. I'm going to be honest, because I've not had a Big Mac, I don't actually know what the sauce tastes like, so I feel like this is going to be a tricky one to judge, but I found a recipe online. Apparently it's got these ingredients in it. This is meant to be sweet pickle relish or something, but I'm just going to use these instead because I couldn't be bothered to buy both, so I'm hoping it does the same effect. I think my plan is just to take out some of this mayo to keep as normal mayo, and then I'll just shove everything in here and blend it up. I'm hoping this tastes right. If any of you guys have tried the recipe, I'll link the one that I'm using down below. If you've tried it, or if you try it after this video, let me know what you think. Let me know if it's pretty accurate, because like I said, I'm gonna have no idea, but that is gonna be what I make next. Ignore how gross this container looks, but I have made the Big Mac sauce and I'm actually pretty happy with it, I think. I ended up just winging the recipe because I wanted to make a really small amount and I didn't know how to like quarter all of the measurements when they were already so tiny, so I kind of just threw stuff in here and blended it up and hoped for the best. But I tasted it, it tastes really good. Again, no idea if it tastes like Big Mac sauce, but it tastes good, so that is the main thing. And I feel like it sort of looks like the right colour. It's showing up more yellowy on camera, but it's more of like a salmony colour, is that the right word? I feel like it looks like Big Mac colour, so that must be a good sign. I'm now going to shove this in the fridge just to cool while I make all the other bits and crack on. So I'm pretty sure these are all the things that make up a Big Mac minus the sauce. These are the burgers that I'm going to be using. They're from Oomph. I've not actually tried these before, but I really like all of Oomph's other stuff, so I'm hopeful that they're going to be good. I'm thinking I might just cook one of these and then slice it in half for like the 2 different layers of Big Mac, because I'm pretty sure the ones in the McDonald's burgers are super thin, and I feel like if I had 2 full ones of these it would just be too much. So I think that's what I'm going to do. You just pan fry these, so I think I'll mostly cook them and then I'll slice them in half and then cook the side that's just been sliced, if that makes any sense. So that's going to be the patties. Got some vegan cheese slices from Violife. I really like these. Got some burger buns. These are definitely not McDonald's burger buns. They're not the same. I feel like this is going to be what lets me down. They don't have the sesame seeds. I can just already tell they're not going to be the right texture, but this was literally all that Asda had left. So these are going to have to do. Also got some pickles I'm going to slice up. Got an onion that I'm going to dice, and then this is basically my bowl of leftovers from the fridge, but this is the only lettuce I have left, so I'm going to pick some bits out of there and shred it up. And I think that's going to be my Big Mac. I'm also going to be making some chips for the side. I don't know whether I'm going to attempt making them to be like McDonald's fries, because I feel like homemade chips are never going to be like McDonald's fries and I'm only going to be disappointed. But I might just try and cut them thin, and that will be my attempt. But I'm going to do that first so they can be cooking, and then I'll start cooking up the rest of this stuff. Toppings are all prepped. I know that this lettuce has definitely seen better days, but I'm hoping I won't be able to notice when it's actually inside the burger. I am now working out how to slice up these rolls. I know there's like 3 bun parts to a Big Mac, but I can't work out the middle section. I know it's going to involve a second roll, but does the middle section have just bread? Like, do I need to slice off both these ends so it's just like bread, if that makes sense? Or can I just cut off the top and that be the middle section? I don't really know how that works. Okay, so I think that is gonna have to do. Everything is pretty much ready to go now, so I'm gonna start cooking the burger so I can then slice it and everything. The chips are looking pretty good, and then it's literally just going to be a case of assembling everything. Okay, so chips are a little bit of a fail. I think I would be pretty disappointed if McDonald's tried to serve me something like this. They literally all stuck to the pan, and I don't really understand why, because normally when I make these I feel like I use less oil and I've never had any issues with it before, so clearly wasn't feeling it today. But I mean, they're still going to taste good, they just look a little bit of a state. Splitting that burger in half was definitely a lot harder than I was expecting it to be. I mean, it's kind of broken a little bit there, but I mean, it's fine, it will do the job. I'm now just hoping it doesn't stick to this pan, because otherwise we are pretty much good to go. Just toasted the buns in the pan a little, and then I also added the cheese slice to one of the patties to melt down. And now I think we're pretty much ready to assemble. Okay, so it looks like it starts with sauce, onion, lettuce. I can't see if there's 1 or 2 layers of pickles, so I'm just gonna do 2 because I like pickles. The cheese is somehow meant to be below the burger, so I'm gonna have to try and flip this. Next bun, more onion, pickles. Okay, not gonna lie, I am actually pretty impressed with myself. I mean, it definitely doesn't look the exact same as a Big Mac. It was never gonna look the exact same as a Big Mac. But in terms of having like the right stuff in it, the patties I think are the right thickness. The bun is completely wrong. I feel like that's throwing it off. So ignoring the bun, I feel like that is not too bad. I am gonna get my disheveled chips out of the oven now to have with it. But I think otherwise, I feel like I've succeeded at making a vegan Big Mac. So I guess this is my completed meal. I just had a couple of the chips and they are really, really good. I mean, definitely not McDonald's fries, but they're potatoes, they're salty, they taste good. So that is the main thing. I am literally just so excited to eat this. So like I mentioned at the start of the video, I completely forgot to film an outro. Didn't film any sort of taste test reaction to the burger because by the time I got around to eating it, I was so hungry. But it was so good, so good. That Big Mac sauce was amazing, and since filming this video I have probably made that same sauce like 4 or 5 times. It's like my go-to burger sauce now, which is really good. I don't bother doing like the triple bun thing, but for the most part I still put the same sort of ingredients that go into a Big Mac into my normal burgers now since making this video. And yeah, it was good. Definitely recommend trying if you haven't tried already. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.